One of my favorite people who I've gotten to know and meet over the last several years. Whose job is it anyway? It's hers, basically.
Cleverness.
Thank you so much. Criminal Minds. Whose line is it anyway? Which you're going to be hosting for a 7th season. 10th season of Archer. Season finale is tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern and Pacific on FXX. Archer 1999's Aisha Tyler. Good to see you.
Hey, everybody. How's it going? Hi. Hi.
Hey now.
Full disclosure,
Yes.
I was out of the country for 2 months.
Yes.
Got back 2 weeks ago, went straight to Comic-Con, slept like 3 hours a night, then went
Yes.
straight to New York to work, slept 3 hours a night.
Yes.
So I'm a ghost. That's a ghost that's sitting in this.
You are.
You're
Right.
getting the last 2% of my phone battery right now.
Basically, the newest show of Aisha Tyler hopped up on codeine, coming to you, to audience right here.
Blasting through your phones. But I did bring you a present because
What do you
I
have
have
over
a
here?
brand new line of cocktails launching right now. It's
course
called
you
Courage
do.
and Stone. For the discerning adult person who doesn't want to drink a sparkly, kind of cooler type beverage, but
Yes.
wants an adult beverage.
Yes.
It's ready to drink. You don't have to add anything. It's 80 proof, so it's as strong as a straight whiskey. So you're getting value for your buck. And if you want to come home and have a nice drink, you don't have to make it. You just pour it for
Okay,
yourself.
have you brought glasses?
I brought glasses.
With ice, too.
With ice, because I am a grown and sophisticated
Wow,
fancy
okay.
lady. So this is our old fashioned.
This is a new venture
let me
here.
give you a little- let me
I
give
would
you a
say
little-
it's 5 o'clock somewhere,
It
and
is.
God bless Don Bowie, our recording producer. He let me know it is 5 o'clock in Cape Verde.
Oh, lovely.
I guarantee no one knows where that is until they Google it. Enjoy Googling Cape Verde,
By
everybody.
the way, that was the worst De Niro movie ever. By the way, right?
Country in Africa.
But here,
I was
let me give you a
gonna
little
say,
garnish.
There we go.
I think
A
it's a
garnish.
Yeah, there you go.
What is this garnish?
It's a dried
This
orange
is
slice.
impressive.
It's a dried what?
It's an orange slice. I'm not cutting an orange on your show, Rich. I
Okay,
brought some dried ones.
very good. So it's a dried orange slice.
Cheers.
And this is
Cheers, everybody.
courageandstone.com is how you can get this line of premium blended
ready to get
bottled
ordered
cocktails.
Salute.
Yeah.
What do you got? Do you have it over there too?
I'm drinking coffee, Rich. Come on.
Okay, here we go.
Do I?
Do I cheers
Oh,
here?
cheers me. I'm
you go.
very rude. I just put them
Here's to
in
you,
my
Aisha
pie hole.
Tyler. Okay.
But the old fashioned is the most popular cocktail in the country, thanks in no small part to Mad Men.
That's got a kick right
Yeah,
there.
well, because it's whiskey, my
Well,
friend.
and also though, how long does it take for the dried orange garnish to actually mix with this thing?
It doesn't mix.
It doesn't.
It's just decorative.
It is-
It's a decorative. I'm trying to class this place up. Every time I come, I want to add a little bit of value. And
I appreciate
today
that.
I brought you,
You
the
know what's
orange
decorative
slices.
right now is the inside of my esophagus.
I'm taking.
By the way,
I'm taking from this
that's
experience
warm.
that Rich
Tuesday
is
at
not a big
11:27.
whiskey drinker. Am I de-virginizing you right now?
You know what? I am not a big whiskey
Am I
drinker
popping your maraschino cherry?
per se. No, that is not the case. Because I always used to in diners. I always used to get like the cherry, for a drink, and I'd always used to eat those.
Okay.
So that
Okay,
I go way back
all right.
there.
Ooh, yes,
but I
lots
wasn't
of
drinking this. Oh
experience,
my
yeah.
gosh! Wow.
It's a classic old fashioned. The whiskey is small batch distilled in Brooklyn by a bunch of guys with beards and stuff. And actually, the first batch, which
what is it? Hold on. What does that
I don't know,
mean?
Brooklyn. Guys in Brooklyn like to wear beards.
Okay.
But this first batch of Courage and Stone,
Yeah.
when we talk about it being handcrafted, I actually bottled the very first myself. The very first
Okay,
batch of
so
this
your
product.
people didn't bottle
No,
it.
that my people
You
is me.
literally did it.
Yeah, I did it myself. I was just in New York. That was what I was doing in New York.
What's with the name? What's the origin of the name?
Originally, I was thinking something along the lines of liquid courage.
Yes.
And I wanted it to sound like something that had some provenance and some strength that kind of spoke to like the American idea of self-startership and craftsmanship.
Sure.
And I just took courage and lined it up with a lot of other words until I found two I liked. And then I asked my friends what they liked the best.
Courage and
this is focus
Stone.
grouping at its cheapest, guys. Just get your friends drunk and ask them which one which name they like best.
Courage and Stone.
Yes, it does.
There it is.
It's it sounds like the American West and pioneership.
It does.
Yeah.
And it also looks like you need to make sure that it's not next to the, I guess, perfume or something like
Well,
that.
yes.
'cause
I
it
mean, but
looks
you know
like,
what this is? This is like a very, very nice flask-sized bottle
It
for
is.
a party or a tailgate, yo. Your friends are drinking some kind of bottom of the cooler beer, and you're like, guys, I just got a promotion to a better cocktail and also to a corner office. You guys need to get it together. Whatever aren't we smack talking at tailgating? If you're not making fun of your friends at a tailgate,
That's true.
You're doing it wrong.
You are doing it wrong.
90% of tailgating is insulting your friends. And the other 10% is screaming about the fact that your team is losing.
Aisha Tyler right here on the Rich Eisen Show. What else? It looks like you have jams and
I
stuff.
brought garnishes. Like, the
What is
classic
that?
way of serving an old fashioned is with a cherry. Would you like a cherry?
Yeah,
as well?
I mean, come on
All
now.
right,
Don't
yeah.
cheat me.
Well, I mean, you're a cherry expert, apparently.
I am. Okay, now let's see if it's
get
any
your
better.
opinion. Yeah,
All right,
check
this
it
is,
out.
by the way, my third sip before 11:30 in the morning Pacific
I
time.
feel
it
like
just
Rich
hit
hasn't been doing
11:30, you're
adulthood
good.
right so far.
Yeah.
Okay.
Day drinking is
Very
the
good.
mark of an evolved adult.
Liquid lunch, I think.
Because
is what
you
they
are
call
not
it.
my mom.
By the way, I could use this during the Hall of Fame ceremony on Saturday. During the speeches. What's the weather going to be like during the Hall of Fame ceremonies in Canton, Ohio? Usually it's about 90 degrees, 100% humidity right there in beautiful Stark County, Ohio. This wouldn't be bad.
It wouldn't be bad. And we also made it because it's 80 proof, you can pour it over ice and it's going to hold its structure and its flavor for a long
All
time.
right, your
So that's
Saturday
typically what people do.
forecast in Canton, mostly sunny, 84 degrees.
How does it
61% humidity.
Ooh, it's the
Not
humidity
bad.
that gets you.
Okay.
Not bad,
How
not
does
bad.
How does it pair with a Chick-fil-A sandwich?
Well,
Have you
first
ever
of
tried
all,
that before?
the best way to drink a great cocktail is with the most kind of like low, like low rent street food, burrito, tacos, like the fish sticks that your mom forgot in the freezer and you're just dying to eat. It's 2 a.m. So it pairs well.
Not the best calorie choice. It could be the
I mean, are we on a diet? Or are we living our lives here?
right.
Yes.
And so
you're going to be in Iowa,
there will
in
be-
Ohio, not California.
Yes, there will be anywhere between 6 to 8 speeches on Saturday.
very long.
That's some of them are on average about 25, 30 minutes.
Oh, gosh.
And, many of them are very moving. And, it's not, sometimes you just don't want to check your
You
watch.
just keep this in your suit pocket and then just a little
pop.
little nip.
Little pop.
That's it's the idea is quality over quantity.
If I actually did this, probably the worst thing would be to telegraph my decision to the entire free world before I actually do that on the NFL Network. That's
Do you
a bad idea.
do you have a bad poker face? Do you have a tell or can you keep a secret?
I think so. I mean, I
Famous last words.
Wait, guys, do I?
Now
Do I have a tell?
Now you're a poker player, correct?
I was on the Celebrity World Poker Tour.
Now,
for a while,
have you
yeah.
ever played? Aisha Tyler here on the Rich Eisen Show. Have you ever played in the World Series of Poker in the
I
main
did.
event? Did you do the main
I
event?
just did the Celebrity Poker Tour. I never did the series. No, you need time. You need to commit time to that lifestyle, and I don't have it. But
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I mean, would you now? If you played in the World Series of Poker, would you do the
I would wear
hood? Would you do the
yes.
sunglasses? Would you do what would you do here?
With
How would you
all due
roll?
respect to the sensitivity of this comment, I would be like the Black Lady Unabomber. You wouldn't know anything about me under there. I'd have like wraparounds and a hoodie and then another hoodie over that first hoodie, so you couldn't figure out where the first hoodie came from.
That's the way you would be.
Yeah, because I think the problem is, even the greatest poker, people are repetitive beings. We
Yes.
develop tells, and then when we kill our old tells, we develop new ones.
Right.
But if you could find a way to kind of inhabit a different character every time you played poker,
Yes.
just pretend to be somebody else.
Yes.
That's another way to kind of mask your tells.
Well, my problem is when I get pocket aces, I do get my heart. Here's the worst tell. Go like
Yeah.
that. That's
Okay.
Is
Yeah,
that a tell?
Yeah. Also, I'm worried about your nasal passages.
Yeah, I know. By the way, for the joke, I now need an ENT right now.
Right this minute.
That's too bad. But comedy, as you know, it leaves a mark sometimes.
It does. It does.
leaves a
Comedy
mark.
is suffering, my friend. You got to sacrifice.
So tell Archer's going to return for an all-new season in 2020.
Yes,
is it
so
not?
we got season 11 pickup, which we're super
It's
excited
amazing.
about. Yeah, this is a show that I never thought would get on the air at all. So the fact that we're coming up on season 11, because it was just too smart, too dirty, you know
Yes.
what I mean? Too kind of thoughtful and literate. So the fact that we're, I mean,
What are you saying about television?
I don't know, fart jokes sell, bro. Just you tell me. There's like 17 hours of The Bachelor on every single night.
Oh, be careful.
Somebody a fan of The Bachelor and The Bachelorette?
That fella right over there.
I'm gonna
High
bring
quality
you a rose
television.
By the way,
Thank you.
This
and then
is
hit you in the face with it.
Oh man,
you live tweet it sometimes.
it's a great show. It's a great show.
Adorable.
It's fascinating television.
I feel so sad for everyone involved on those shows.
I do too, but I
Okay.
can't stop watching.
That's why you watch. 'cause
Yeah,
of
it's
just
amazing.
The pathos, yeah.
Train wreck.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
only one I don't feel bad for is Chris Harrison.
No, because he's all the way to the
killing
bank.
it. He's
all the way to the
killing
bank.
it right now.
Yes.
He's just swept away in his new yacht on a river of contestants' tears.
Of which there are many.
That's a vivid image. So I'm sorry, as you were saying about Archer,
We're
1999.
thrilled, right? So,
Right.
next season we're coming back. We're going back to conventional spy work, conventional espionage, which we're excited about because we spent 3 seasons. First in a film noir in the 20s in Los Angeles.
Yes.
Then we were on not Whore Island, but Danger Island, and then we were in space. So we're coming back to to terra firma. after
Okay,
this.
that's
Yeah, I'm
fantastic. And
excited.
whose line is it anyway? Your 7th season.
Middle of season
I
7
love
now.
that show.
It's such a fun show. The
It's
guys are so
amazing.
talented, and I get to get in there with them and play games, and it's a blast.
It's just the best.
Yeah.
It really is just how, obviously the improv aspect of it. It's so difficult to do,
Yeah.
and you make
And
it
they
look
do
so
it.
easy.
I think people wonder, like, is it scripted? There are times when I've forgot to host because my mouth is hanging open because I'm like, I know the guys didn't know
Right.
the clue, and they're just incredible. And I mean, those guys are at the top of their game. There's nobody, in improv doing it better than they are.
Right.
I love it when people are like, man, I love that show. Whose Line Is It Anyway? They should bring that back. I'm like, season 7,
That's
dude.
right.
Season
It's
7.
just, what are you talking
Plenty of
about?
time to Google it. You've had 7 years to Google Whose Line Is It Anyway.
I feel the same way. They should bring back Criminal Minds.
I love you so much. This
a
is the
minute.
end of my interview. Season 15 of
Season
Criminal Minds starts in
15.
January.
Unbelievable.
I actually would love that if someone's like, "What's up with that show, Criminal Minds? Is that still on?"
Whatever happened to Criminal Minds, Archer, and Whose Line It Is Anyway? Anyway, how many years have you been on Criminal Minds now?
This is going to be my 5th season coming
Right.
up.
And you're directing a ton
and
of
I've directed a
episodes?
bunch on that show, and we shot season 15. We're done shooting. It's airing in January,
Right.
And I'm now moving on to almost full-time directing. I'm going to be directing some shows on the CW this fall, and then I'm developing a bunch of feature films. So I'm going to be mostly moving into directing now. Directing and drinking.
Good for you. Do it
Yeah.
at the same time.
Yeah.
All right, you've had so much going on in your career. I'd like to play Celebrity True or False with you, Aisha
I'm
Tyler.
ready.
Here we go.
Oh, boy.
Okay, you've got your courage and stone for Celebrity True or False.
Celebrity true
Keeping it real.
or false?
True or false, Aisha Tyler, you graduated Dartmouth with a degree in political science and a minor in environmental policy.
That is true.
What have you done with those triggers?
Nothing. I've done nothing. I wasted 4 years and not my parents' money because I couldn't afford it, but a very, very big loan.
Okay.
To become a professional clown.
So there's not a single moment where your science and politics or any sort of policy have made your environment any better.
Other than
Aisha?
angry tweeting about the fact that we're all about to be deluged with seawater, no.
That's one
Yeah,
thing.
that's it.
Other than that, so it is coming in
Yeah,
handy.
it's useful now.
Is it true you co-founded and sang in the Dartmouth Rockapellas,
Mm-hmm.
an all-female a cappella group spreading social awareness through song? That's a true story? Or?
Yes. For people who don't understand exactly what that means, because, imagine Glee, but like way less attractive people. Like nobody really fit, bad clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pitch imperfect?
Terrible. We could sing, but no dance numbers. Yeah. No.
Did you win a contest of any sort?
It was a brand new group, and when I left, I think we won the contest for saddest group of ladies in mock turtlenecks. But after we left, the group that remained became incredibly well known, traveled the world, put
Yes.
out albums, so it grew into something really extraordinary.
Okay.
Yeah.
You appeared in Weird Al's music video for the single Tacky, which is a parody of Pharrell's Happy. Is that a true story?
I did, and who else? Eric Stonestreet was in it. Margaret Cho is in it. It's hilarious.
How did you get fixed up with Weird
He
Al?
just called me, just asked if I wanted
Come
to do
on.
it. Yeah. Oh, Jack Black is in it. He's unbelievable. He has this number with a fanny pack that is unbelievable.
So you look down at your phone. Is Weird Al in your contacts?
Weird Al is in my contacts.
Okay.
And he says, "Do you want to come do this video? Everyone's doing it for free, afternoon on Sunday downtown, and you want to come look like an idiot?" And I was like, "Well, that is my expertise."
Well, I mean, but he's Weird Al. 25 million views of this
Yeah,
video.
it's a great video. It's really funny, and it was kind of a return for him to his. He hadn't done something like this in a while. It was like
Right.
a return to his stock and trade, but it's a really one continuous shot. So we had to do it a bunch of times because it's this
Okay.
one kind of continuous drifting shot with a steady cam. For a lot of people who don't dance professionally, it's amazing. We carried it off, but you need to watch it. Well, of course you need to watch it for me, but you also need to watch it for the Jack Black performance, which is extraordinary.
Okay, 25 million people. Again, 25 million views. Last one, your first on-screen credit was a 1996 episode of Nash Bridges entitled High Impact. Do you remember the role you played?
I was a news reporter. It was my very first job.
Okay.
I told my entire family, hey, I'm not as dumb as you think I am. I got a job on TV. Grandma, I proved you wrong. And I told everybody to watch it. And they had cut me out of the
Come on.
episode. I'm just in this one wide shot at the very end of this big crowd. You have to pause your VHS tape because that's how long ago it was. And then you can't zoom in, but they got an eye loop and then press it against your tube television screen.
Were you in the scene with Don Johnson? Or?
I met him, but we did not have a scene together. The thing I want to say right now, I can't say. So.
Oh. About your Nash Bridges?
Don loves the ladies. That's all I'll say. Don loves a lady. He love a lady, love talking, love chatting to the ladies.
Courage? That's the courage.
That's the courage talking.
Courage and Stone. But you played the role of reporter.
Yes, of reporter.
Quote unquote reporter.
Of reporter.
Well, it's all worked out from there.
So this game was just celebrity true and true, is what you're saying.
I guess so. We didn't come up with false. Well, sometimes this is stuff that we will ask a celebrity, it's all about verification.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, all those things are true.
They're all true.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, we'll come up with more false ones for you the next time.
I'd love it to be all false, so I could just deny that I went to the moon. And, I have a sixth
True
toe
or false?
something.
You were on the moon. Again, Archer.
Recently?
1999 season finale of season 10 is tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern Pacific on FXX. CourageandStone.com. I can personally attest that this thing packs a wallop.
It does pack a wallop.
Whose Line Is It Anyway? 7th season coming up. Same with season 15 of Criminal Minds. It is great to see you.
Such
Aisha
a pleasure
Tyler.
to see you.
Thank you for making it in here. I know you're traveling.
You know what? I'm glad. I'm so happy that I rallied. I always love coming to see you.
Thank you.
Rich is one of my oldest Hollywood friends, guys, and I know that it doesn't feel that way to you because you see him every day, but he's a great guy.
I appreciate
really
you saying
great
that.
guy. Lovely. And, a delight.
That's the courage talking.
That's the courage and the stone? Or is that the stone? Could be the stone.
It could be the stone.
Actually, I'd love for you to stay for one more television-only segment.
I'd be
I
happy to.
have 4 residual checks envelopes. I'd like you to pick one, and we'll open one on the air.
I'm so excited about
And I would
this.
love to know what 1 cent check you've gotten in your past from
I can't wait.
your career. All right, Aisha Tyler. You can follow her on Twitter and Instagram at that address as well. CourageandStone.com. Spell out the word "and" to get that web address. Great to see you.
You too.
You got it. When we come back here on the show, we finish up with there is some breaking news going on in the NFL. I will hit that when we come back here on the Rich Eisen Show. All right, back on the Rich Eisen Show. Aisha Tyler sticking around one more segment here. I have in my hands 4 residual checks that arrived at my house recently.
Yes.
I've been opening my residual checks on television.
Okay.
I don't have as vast a filmography or televisionography as you do.
You're doing all right.
But I've hit the drop, please, Mike Del Tufo. Go for it right here.
Pay that man his money.
Okay, so I give
So
you.
the question I have, honestly, is
Yes.
before we do this,
Yes.
have you ever opened a residual check where, like, your eyes got big like Eddie Murphy into Coming to America because you got like a really big
Like,
check?
whoa!
Yeah, like, wow, guys, I gotta put this one away.
Yeah, recently I forgot that I sent in something to SAG-AFTRA that I had not cashed a whole bunch of small ones over
Yeah.
like 2 years, and they combined it. So I
Oh,
opened one
wow.
up for like $81. I'm like, whoa.
Okay, our definition
Okay.
of wow is very different. Okay, I understand now. I get
Well,
it.
again,
I get it.
I don't have your filmography. All right, I've got
All
an
right.
envelope 1, 2,
I
3,
want
or
to
4.
feel
which,
them. I need to
Okay,
I need to
here
feel
you go.
that the quan that's blowing off these
There you go.
envelopes.
Feel which one it is. Which one is it?
Okay, here we go.
You have chosen envelope number 3. Okay, here we go. Envelope
This
number
is
3.
exciting, guys.
Come on,
Here we go.
CSI.
What's your residual check that you got in a 1 cent?
I've gotten
or 2?
some. You know
have
what?
you
I
gotten?
did a movie called Dancing in September years and years and years ago, where I played essentially. Oh, the name of my character on that movie was Woman with Weave, which just tells you a lot about the film and where I was in my creative life at that time.
Yes.
And yeah, I've gotten some 8-cent checks and some 1-cent checks from that
Woman
movie.
with
Yeah,
Weave.
Woman
Okay.
with Weave.
Okay, here we go. This is from I'm Sorry. Oh my God! I can't show this on the air.
Well, you can show
it's
it to
one
me.
of those.
Is it a wow check?
I haven't gotten paid yet from I'm
Oh my
sorry.
God, he's so excited, guys. This is actually a real check.
Oh,
This-
can I
even
have?
my-
Oh,
even
I wish
my
I would have
Eisen's
gotten
wow
that
check.
one. Can you imagine if I had picked that
How
one?
many zeros?
Well, 2 zeros after
It's
the
a
decimal
three-
point,
it's a
but
three-digiter.
It's a 3-digit check. Yeah,
Wow.
this is exciting.
Pay that man his money.
Oh, I'm buying
Yeah.
lunch.
Oh, I kind of want to
Wow.
open another check now. Let's open one more.
Here we go.
Guys, let's just
Oh, man,
establish
you're good luck.
for once and for all,
wow.
canonically, that I am a good luck charm. for this show.
That's
All right,
amazing.
let's
Imagine
just
if I
say
got
it.
that
All right,
one.
this last one. Here we go. CSI Miami Deep Freeze.
Yes.
Here we go.
Male
What you got?
interviewer.
Oh yeah, $3.24.
Pay that
Everybody.
man his money.
Just enough to cover the ice in Rich's glass.
Check out Archer 1999 tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern and Pacific on
So
FXX. That was great.
Thanks, guys.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.